Mike's is hot. There we go.
I still can't hear me.
You can't hear yourself?
No,
I
in
can
the
hear you.
headphones. I can't. Check. Nah, I can't hear anything in the headphones.
How about now?
Check. Yeah, now I can hear. If you turn me up a little. Check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
All right, cool. Let go. All right. Great win. I don't know who this is.
Somebody calling
Wait,
already?
the defensive coordinator from the Saints?
Nah, it's Skype. So what I gotta do is after I shoot the show, I gotta cut it off because I still be on like DSTMs. I mean WBLZ. So people be using the number. So all right. Yeah. Here we go. Welcome to a. Man, let me start over.
Start it over.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. Welcome to another edition of Overtime. We haven't been on the air in a while, but
No, it's been a while.
we back like we never left something. You know what I mean? Again, I want to credit my boy Chris G for the ideas of the topics that we have on. Me and Ruck, we haven't jumped in just yet, but we will though. You know what I mean? But I got to give it up to Chris G for doing the stuck dizzle. You know what I mean? Making sure that we come correct. You know what I mean? So
Yo, I'm looking. I don't.
Yeah,
there it is.
you see it?
And it just came up like a few seconds ago.
Oh yeah,
Now I see it.
there we go. There we go.
Gang.
So today, our top 5 is top gangster flicks, right, Chris?
Top 5 gangster flicks.
Top 5 gangster movie, gangster flicks. However you want to look at
movies, however you want to say it.
But it's on top 5. I have my list since last week, even though we didn't shoot.
It's
but
been longer than that,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, you probably had your list for a while, but I had to go and do some digging. And again, like anything, Chris, we appreciate you. It's difficult when you got to do this top 5 because
all my movies from 1940s.
I know it is.
Could be though.
I know.
Yo, you know what?
Casablanca.
There's no there's no era restriction on him this time.
You heard that, Ruck? He's gonna go back to
back that far this time.
He's gonna go back to Abraham Lincoln when he was a CIA agent.
Black and white film. Go ahead.
But it's this one was. Like I said, like anyone, when you go back, you're like, damn, I forgot that one. Because I know it's going to be some up there that y'all going to say, I'm like, damn, I ain't think about that one. And anytime I do a list, I say, what would Chris and Ruck do? But that never helps because I never get it right. And we all always got something different. But this week, I said, let me start off because I'm going to say the best for last, and that's you two. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my top 5.
Okay.
And then, before we get down to the 1, we're going to do our honorable mention. And again, our honorable mention, this top 5 is hard, man, but it has to be done. So here is my top 5 gangster flicks.
Yeah, I'm going to let you know if it ain't a gangster flick, too. All right.
What's your criteria for a gangster flick, though?
See, for instance, right, if this was... Yo, a gangster flick needs to be about gangster stuff, like drug dealing, cartels, mob type level things. You know what I mean? It can't be, for instance, Heat. Heat would be my number 1 movie, but that's to me,
right.
That's a bank,
I got you.
That's a bank robbing flick, which is a whole different genre. You can go through a whole bunch of what's your top, bank robber movies. You know what I mean?
Right,
like that.
right,
so
right.
Pulp Fiction. It blurs that line. It's like some would say, some wouldn't say, but it needs to be. I would say, but yeah, it needs to be. Movies like that. I don't want to give up names, but everybody knows the classic
right
gangster. There was mafia tie, a drug dealer,
Well, I get what you're saying. So
cartel, things of that nature.
So my top 5 again. It was one. So my 5th was like one of those that was like skimming the edge, and I can explain. It probably not defined as straight gangster movie, but it was a gangster movie. You feel what I'm saying? That was Menace to Society.
No, I would say that's a gangster movie. Yeah.
And because again, it was a.
You know you don't effed up, don't you?
Yeah. You fucked up, right?
You effed up, don't you?
Menace to Society, because again, you watching Kane, you watching what he's doing to get his money, and then at the end it was just like just like the tragic gangster love story. It's like, yo, how far do you think that this was gonna go?
I feel sorry for your mother.
What you say about my mama?
What you say about my mama?
My 4th one was American Me.
Woo!
American Me. I seen that movie some like 10 years or so ago.
He was on that balcony, son.
I finally watched it, and I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Again, being from the East Coast, I didn't like our Mexicans when they come, they're more seasoned and more green, but Mexicans over on the West Coast, it's like they have a whole different lifestyle, Chicano, and you saw that with the Mexican mafia, you know what I mean? So American Me, it was dope. I just like how it was written. My number 3 is Casino.
There we go.
Casino.
There we
go. What I mean?
Am I a clown for your amusement?
You stupid. Hold on. Let me cut you out. Right? I can't hear you.
You know what I'm saying? The best line in Casino, when he told the dude, go get your shine box. When he told him that, you didn't even know what was about to happen.
So Casino definitely one like I watched like as a young kid with my great grandmother. Shout out to my
number
nana.
3?
Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? That's my number 3. Watching it with my nana and just over and over. I'm like, wow, because this one HBO, you had the little scrambler. You put your little box on top of the scrambler, you get all the channels. You know what I mean?
Black box.
My number 2, Goodfellas.
Okay.
Goodfellas. You know what I mean? I mean,
a lot of Joe Pesci going on
right. You know what?
Pesci is synonymous though with the gangster flicks though.
I had to
SAT word.
Him and Robert De Niro. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even my number 1. So here's my honorable mention. Colors. You know what I mean? Colors is when I moved. I was like, damn, that's when like Ice-T. You know what I mean?
Colors.
I was like, wow. Bronx Tale.
Okay.
Okay. I like Bronx Tale. I think that depending on who you ask, I think some women would see it as like a love story, but it was that gangster in there, that element. King of New York.
You guys got fat.
Scarface. Scarface honorable mention. Again, you could put Scarface.
We should almost take that off the table though.
Because it's obvious.
We should almost take Scarface and the Godfather off the table.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I don't have Scarface or
Godfather. Right.
Godfather in my
so I'm just read fast. Paid in Full, New Jack City, Sugar Hill, Kings of New York, Carlito's Way.
So you just wanted to name all of them, huh?
Yeah, I just want to name all of them.
Okay.
And my number 1, Untouchables.
Yo,
I like Untouchables.
Dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Again, it was some that probably could have went, but I'm thinking one that was like that made me think like, damn, wow. Like, and then when you think about like just how it created like a culture, you know what I mean? Because when you look at Al Capone, like people still look at this guy like he didn't exist, like he was a fake person, but he was a real person. Like, yo, he was a real dude, and you know what I mean? You watch Alien Ness do his thing, but that was my number 1. The Untouchables. But I know Chris gonna have some movies like, God damn it. So let me get the sound effects for you guys. Let me get the sound effects for the. There we go. There we go. Since we talking gangster movies, gotta have the sound effects in there. Who's next?
Tom said the Godfather.
Got Black Caesar though.
There we go.
Black Caesar.
Tom said that before. Tom did say Black Caesar, man. Tom, you can come to our cookout anytime, Tom.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Tom.
So just go over your top 5.
The African American
My top 5. Tom, keeping it gully. Menace to Society, American Me, Casino, Goodfellas, Untouchables.
That's a good top 5, I think.
That's a strong list, brother.
Good top 5.
That's a strong list.
For you guys to say that. Appreciate it.
Strong list, man.
Jersey.
Go ahead.
You want me to go?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, like I said, I've been sitting on my top 5 for a little minute, but I feel pretty good about my top 5. I ain't gonna lie. I feel pretty good about it. Okay. First, coming in at number 5, all subtitles, City of Gods. City of Gods, if you've never seen it, is about this gang in Brazil, and this reporter. He starts off as a kid, but then he grows up, and then he wants to like kind of just like report, take pictures and show the world about how this gang life is in City of God. I remember it was one of the first. I was used to watching subtitle films, watching karate films and things of that nature, but this was the first subtitle film that I watched that wasn't karate, and it was it's pretty much all acting. It's some real fucked up things happen in City of Gods if you ever watched it. But one of my favorite subtitle movies of all time, City of Gods at number 4.
What year did this come out?
City of Gods, man, it had to be like 04, 03, somewhere around there. Next, Donnie Brasco.
Oh, okay.
Paisan!
Donnie Brasco. I mean, need I say more, man? Yeah. You got your boy Al Pacino in a movie, and it's not Scarface. Come on now, you know what I mean? Donnie Brasco, man, all-time classic. One of my favorite gangster movies, and I'm gonna just leave it there. Okay. Number 3, as mentioned, New Jack City.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Yes.
I want to shoot you so bad my dick is off. You ain't. Them lines stick with you, man. They really stick with you.
Yes, they do.
Never liked you anyway. Pretty fucker.
That's when dark-skinned people reign supreme. After that movie, it was a shift in the color coordination and of the kingdom of the dark-skinned man. And I just want to thank my godfather, Wesley Snipes, for making that possible. Tom, if you don't know, I'll give you a little background on the light skin was taken over. After that movie, it was done. Dark skin, DSTM. That's why I stand for DSTM. Dark skin team member. Holla at you.
My number 2, which I always hate that this movie don't get enough love. This is one of the illest gangster movies. That's why I got it at number 2, and I'm getting real hype.
Okay.
All right? Because this never gets enough love. Okay. Johnny Depp in Blow as Boston George never gets enough love.
Yes.
That was one of the illest gangsters. I mean, I used to watch that movie so much. I could go like Baby Boy. I could go line. The whole movie in Blow.
Can't feel my face.
Yo. Yeah. And you want to talk about just as a man, Boston George.
Yes.
To just the highs and the lows, and his, at the end of that movie, when he trying to get his last score, just to get out, because his crackhead of a baby mother won't let him get the kid unless she get a payoff. And he goes, you know what? And he's sitting around at the table with everybody and explaining to him, listen, man, I'm out, man. This is for me to get my kid. And none of them want to bring him in. They all sitting around the table sad, not knowing that they got to bring him in. Blow, man. Just,
I agree.
Ill.
My sister loved that movie.
Boston George, man.
Yeah.
Penelope
Cruz.
Penelope Cruz, man. She played that crazy baby mother.
She did.
She played it, man.
Yo, Johnny Depp and Donnie Brasco too, though.
Johnny Depp and Donnie Brasco was dope too. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but just to me, him as Boston George. Every time I look at Johnny Depp, I think Boston George.
Cheesecake, beefcake.
So you know what I mean. I'm a fan. I'm a real fan of Blow. And my number 1, my favorite all-time gangster movie, Casino. It's my favorite.
There we go.
I don't know if it's because Vegas plays such a prominent role.
That shit was dope.
In it, and everybody knows how I feel about Vegas. My dog is named Vegas, for Christ's sake.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, I'm just here to do my time. Listen, Casino, man. Casino, man. One of my favorite. One of my favorite.
That's a dope list.
Yes,
that's a dope
one of my favorites. So man, I ain't even going to my honorable mention because you pretty much named them all already.
But also in Casino, your favorite rapper Nas. Remember he had that.
Yeah, he did that. He did the homage to it.
Yeah,
when, he was doing
Street Dreams are made.
That's the second SAT word, people.
I just threw it in. I wasn't even thinking about it. But
just take note.
Cause one time he said, "Yo, give me one of them big SAT words," and I'm like, I don't know, like, fair. They just like, you gotta just let it flow. Natural.
This is regular talk.
This is regular talk.
You know what I mean?
So yeah, so definitely
yeah.
just to go through my top 5 again, man. Number 5, City of Gods. Number 4, Donnie Brasco. Number 3, New Jack City. Number 2, Blow, and number 1, Casino.
It's tough.
Okay, Ruck. Who you got, Ruck?
All right, so I'm picking mine from all over the place. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do. 1920s, 1800s. You know what I'm saying?
Ruck gonna pick some
silent films.
You know what I'm saying? Start off with
Johnny and the Petersons.
I'm gonna start off with one of the hardest movies ever written. You know what I'm saying? It was real, street laden and gory. You know what I'm saying? It's going with Home Alone, man. My man Macaulay had to get them things working. Nah, I'm gonna go. My number 5, top gangster movie, Shatta.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Shatta.
Oh, I know it must be a belly in here somewhere.
Number 4.
Here we go.
You got no shot. I know you got belly.
Number 4 is belly, but shots is, man, like, cause yes, another one. Yo, because and the reason and this is why I picked it, right? Because growing up where I grew up in New Jersey, like, yo.
Oh, so you already know what 3 is.
New Jersey Drive.
Here we go. That was actually number 2, but put it out there.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Everything he do is just listen. Why the mouse pad got Jersey on it? Yeah. Everything he do just go back to Jersey.
He gonna say, "Listen, I know it's a show, but number 1, Sopranos, hands down,
hands down, son, hands down."
Sorry, go ahead.
Seriously, shots is because again, just the posse's from Jamaica, real.
Shower posse.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they had the crazy dude that was counting off bodies, son. Just after he chopping people up, he got to smoke a cigarette, write the number in blood. Yeah, it was real. Shots is real. Belly, of course, is number 4. That's just belly.
No need to say anymore. It's belly.
See, now as I got closer, this got really, really tough because I am a big fan of everything Al Pacino, everything Johnny Depp in some of these movies. So we're talking about like Casino, Donnie Brasco, tough. So I went a different way with this one.
Okay.
Right? Carlito's Way.
Okay. Nah, Carlito's Way.
Yeah. Benny Blanco.
Way. Yeah.
Benny Blanco kind of got wrecked at the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Benny came through. So Carlito's Way. So that's my number 3.
Okay.
Right? Man. This was hard, man. This was hard because it was like a toss-up, right? So here was my dilemma. It was like, yo, damn, do I do another black movie or do I stick to the mafia? But number 2, American Gangster. Denzel played the hell out of that role. Frank Lucas.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck if you call it blue dog shit, but you don't call it blue magic. That's copyright infringement.
My man. I don't like these words that you coming in here using. Yo, but I want to say this. The hardest part with putting American Gangster there was one of my other favorite movies that was also a black movie, Harlem Renaissance, all that stuff. Hoodlum was almost in that spot.
Yeah,
another
buddy.
Underrated. Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
And,
people don't give Hoodlum enough.
I know what you're
Timothy
talking
Roth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo. Yes.
Played Lucky Luciano. Right?
Man.
Lucky Luciano.
Man. And
no, he didn't play Lucky.
No,
he played a dude that worked for Lucky.
He played the Irish dude.
Yeah.
But what was the dude named? The Spanish dude that did play Lucky? Because he's been in a lot of movies like Ocean's 13 or
his name is his name escapes me right now.
Yeah.
You've seen him in everything.
Everything.
I think his name is Chaz.
Nah, that's
we got the internet.
Yeah, it was a couple things. Now number 1, I really wanted to go old school because I was thinking of like when you think of like say the Untouchables or Bronx Tale or something like that. Like I love those movies. Just the feel of them was really dope. There's a lot of Italians around the way too.
Right.
But
Chaz Palmieri, somebody said?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia. Yeah, Cuban.
So I went really left for my first one because, I think this movie was really, really underrated. I don't think a lot of people paid attention to it because it wasn't a traditional mafia movie and it wasn't a traditional bang bang shoot 'em up drug movie. Like you really had to pay attention to what was going on. The Departed made my number one right now.
Departed.
Departed was a dope movie. Yeah. Because I struggled with that. And you know what another one was? And shout out to Johnny Depp again. Black Mass. He played the hell out of that.
You know what? Black Mass was okay.
Pretty much.
Black Mass
talking about the same guy.
Same thing,
We were talking about the same guy. But it's just, Departed was more, it went more cop.
Yeah.
And then, Black Mass was more just about him in his later year that he kind of was on the run and everything like that.
But
what was old boy name?
Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger.
They finally found his ass.
Yeah.
And Southie.
Chilling too. Like
Southie. And he was there. But like there are other ones like honorable mention to me, like it wasn't really like mafia, but it was more like drugs and all that stuff, like Copland.
Copland was good.
I like that.
Sicario.
Yeah, man.
Last Man Standing was a good one. Yeah. And then again, not another traditional mafia movie, but it was dope. Training Day.
Training Day.
Boom.
Yeah. Training Day.
That's it. I'm out.
Yeah. Training Day definitely.
So,
because you know what, I think you could label Training Day as a gangster movie because he was the crooked cop on a gangster tip. So I definitely think you could get it. Yeah, he said Benicio del Toro. Sicario was
and number 2 is about to be.
Sicario to me is why I tell people, I say, every time when people talk about visiting Mexico, I go, Sicario is real, fam.
Yes, Chris said no.
Sicario is real, fam.
Bronx Tale does count, Des Pittman. It does.
Yes.
The Sinaloa cartel, all them dudes down there, and that's no joke, fam.
Nah,
that's no joke.
Real. That's
he
somebody
said if you do Training Day, you got to add Reservoir Dogs. See, now I start thinking Reservoir Dogs as a Robin movie.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but
it's different between gangster movies where like defined as like the American U.S. government as the gangster and the activities, and like being gangster like hood, like dope, like you know what I mean. So I would say Reservoir Dogs more like a Robin movie. I mean, if they was some G's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The when he is torturing Roth, right? It's him, Timothy Roth. He's in a lot of great movies. He's a great actor. It's funny because I was just thinking about Gridlock a couple of days ago, and I was thinking about him and Pac and Gridlock. But Reservoir Dogs is definitely a classic. But when I think of Reservoir Dogs, then I start thinking about Pulp Fiction.
It kind of brings you to that. But it was dope for everything.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. I mean, as a dope movie, Reservoir Dogs might make my top 5. If we ever did a top 5 just straight up and down movies, it would be tough.
I would have to go back and watch, like take days off work just to watch the movies again.
Like I think some of the classics though, like those are just like Goodfellas, Casino, Godfather, Scarface.
Dad said set it off. But Set It Off is a Robin movie.
It's
because
if
I put Set It Off in, then I gotta put Heat in, and then Heat is number 1. You see what I'm saying?
And then what's the other movie with that just came out with 50 Cent and O'Shea?
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves.
That was a good one too. But that's more of a Robin
movie. Because that's where I would say like those movies go. You know what I mean?
What did y'all think? Now I like this movie. Y'all know I'm weird with my stuff, but like remember Boondock Saints?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
I like that though.
I do like Boondock Saints.
Part 2 is good.
Part 1, not part 2.
I like part 2.
I think it's a cult classic.
Yes.
Boondock Saints. I also put it up there with like True Romance.
Yeah.
When Christian Slater was about. He is about. I do like him in Mr. Robot now, so let me not play him. But True Romance, like when it came out, like it was like But then when you went back and watched it later, you was like, this movie is dope, yo.
Yo, but it's a lot of movies that like when you watch. When they first came out, you're like, but then like you watch again, like, I slept on this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I like Bugsy. That was a good one.
Okay.
History of Violence. You ain't like that? I thought that was kind of dope.
You know what? I did.
History of violence.
Because they didn't know who he was at first.
He knew who he was.
He knew who he was. But they was like, yo.
Thank you, Tom. People sleep on True Romance. It's funny. I got to give shout out to my boy Pete Mannion. I used to work with him at Subway Warehouse. And he was like, yo, he put me on to Boondock Saints and True Romance. And this was, man, I must have been like 22. A
little young lad there.
Yeah, I was young.
A little young.
That was a long time ago. And I went back and watched Boondock Saints and True Romance, and I couldn't get enough of
man.
Those movies. So.
Boondock Saints was like, I had watched it on some Humble. I was like, somebody had a DVD. Let me watch it. I was like, damn, this shit. I said, yo, where this shit been in my life? No fucking guns they had nigga play this shit.
Oh yeah, they was legit.
Yeah.
But now, you know what? These and it's crazy because like even though we romanticize how you say Chris romanticize, there we go, romanticize. But a lot of these shits are based on true stories.
Yeah.
Like that's the craziest part. You know,
like Hoodlum was real.
Hoodlum was
real.
And that
Untouchables.
That lady,
and the queen.
that queen, she was a real figure. And shout out to Tom. I tell people that story all the time.
What?
Because it's a scene in True Romance when they're in the trailer and he's explaining to them how Sicilians are dark skinned. They talked about how the African tribe of the Moors went through and raped and pillaged Italy, and Sicilians don't like that. No. You know what I mean? And, in that movie, and I remember watching that movie, and I said, "Yo, I gotta look this up and see if this is true." It's true,
and that's why a lot of from what I'm hearing, a lot of people from North Italy consider the people who are at the boot niggers.
Yep.
They consider them niggers because they darker skinned. You know what I mean?
The Moors literally went in, raped, pillaged, like they killed all the men, raped the women. Great scene too between Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper, and Tony Soprano was in it. He was James
Gandolfini.
James Gandolfini was in the movie. He was in that. He was in the trailer while they was all going out. Doing that scene. So, True Romance. But again,
see, now I gotta check it out.
You never seen True Romance?
Now you gotta check it out. King of New York was dope. Yeah. Gangs of New York was a dope movie to even start off the discussion of gangs, like the butcher in that.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It's when I got a real respect for him as an actor, because when it first came out, I think this is crazy. What movie was when that movie came out? I was me and S, and he was with his girl. We went to go to the movies. I said, man, I don't want to see that. I went to go see the movie with Will Ferrell. We're going streaking.
Old School.
Old School. I went to go see Old School instead. I get out. They still watching the movie. Now, mind you, this is back in the day. So it was in North Haven. So I go movie hopping. I go watch Deliver Us from Evil.
Yeah.
About the time that was done, they was done with Gangs of New York. And I was like, man, how's the movie? He was like, man, it was dope. I was like, man, I don't want to see no bitch ass movie like that. Couple years later, I watched it. I'm like, damn, how the fuck did I not see this movie?
Another one that I had as honorable mention that I know is slept on, and me, I watch all types of movies. The Professional.
See? Now, that to me goes into a whole different genre. One of my favorite, first of all, Natalie Portman
and Gary Oldman.
But again,
I'm not here for this baby back bullshit.
Yo, when he chewed them pills and start doing it, I said, "Oh, it's got real."
Yo,
but again,
real. Sugars.
Yo. But again, we think about like a gangster, like Chris. You know what I mean? Like, but that's a good movie.
Yo,
The Professional, definitely 100% in my top 5 of just straight up movie. The Professional, first of all, well acted throughout. Just throughout. You got Gary Oldman.
The storyline was great.
The storyline was great. The ending where
wasn't that based on like a true person kind of?
No, not that one.
No, what's that? Okay, no, that was other movie.
A great story throughout and then you get to the ending, and it's a realistic ending. Everybody don't make it, man.
Yep.
Everybody don't make your own boy ratted you out.
Got you.
I do love Payback with Mel Gibson. One of the only, because Mel Gibson can get real with some of his movies. The Payback. Is a great movie.
Payback was good.
If we just gonna start naming off movies, we gonna be here
All day. Yo, but you know what? But this is one of the reasons why I put the movies in there. I put them in because I think when we talk about top 5 gangster movies, everybody initially goes to the traditional Italian or Irish mob or something like that. Like a lot of people didn't know how people in shots was moving until that movie came out, and that movie came out late. In the culture, you know what I'm saying?
That's when DJ Khaled was skinny.
Yo,
that was a skinny.
Yo, like that's crazy, right? But then, like, think about it. I really and I pride myself on knowing just a lot of all these gangster movies and stuff. I had no idea who Frank Lucas was until I watched American Gangster.
No, true that.
Knew who Nicky Barnes was, knew all them other people that.
I had no idea.
Frank Lucas, and just like think about it too, right? Because I think the draws in some of these films are what the characters are able to do, right? So what Frank Lucas was able to do during that time, like son, that scene where he was sitting at the table talking with the family, started screwing that sugar joint. Yeah, you know what it is. Pulling the joint out, walked up the money. Forgot to pay me, right? He's like, here go Idris. Yeah, ladies, Idris got it in this movie. I ain't paying you nothing, Frank. Oh, all right. Wow, broad daylight?
What you gonna do? Shoot me in broad daylight?
Rock-a-bye, baby!
Yo, but I knew about him because I used to read the Don Diva magazine and like all the Fed magazines.
Okay.
So I caught on him.
Nah,
man, hell no. Not me. I pay taxes. I call the cops on your ass so fast right now. You know what I mean?
He done grow up.
When I watched, I was like, yo, this shit is fucking dope. I was like, wow. Again, because you never heard about him. Because he was under the radar because he wasn't flashy. But then when you hear, you're like, wow. Now, here's the thing. People say that he's a snitch. Would you consider him a snitch?
Yeah.
I mean, he did tell.
Yeah. I mean, listen. You gotta save your own ass, man.
I ain't mad at that.
Like that right there. I think because I guess because to me it was the cops. Like fuck him.
But he stayed. But listen, this is the thing.
He ain't telling nobody else.
Frank did exactly what he did. He told you could say he a snitch. But as soon as they let him out, he tried it again.
Yeah. This
like you can't get no more gangster than that.
No.
You just did all this fat time and said, you know what? When I get out and these niggas playing Wu-Tang, I'm about to get the block back.
You stupid.
And he tried it. Like,
yeah,
he can't get no more gangster than that.
Well, and also I want to hit Tom. Tom said, well, it's a mob payback movie.
Pops, what's up?
About payback with Mel Gibson. I don't know if I considered it was the Syndicate. And I didn't know if I necessarily considered them. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, a syndicate, I guess, is like a mob organization. I guess. I don't know. I didn't get that feeling from it. But yeah, I mean, I guess you're kind of right on that one. Tom.
Yeah, top 5. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, especially if you take out the obvious, like what you mentioned, like Casino, Goodfellas, like those that. Were just Pesci in every one of those movies. Yo, if he wasn't the illest short dude ever. Even remember the scene in Goodfellas? No, it was Casino. In Casino at the end when they got him and his brother,
and he hit him with the baseball.
He was still talking junk at the. I spit on you. I'm gonna get out of it. Yo, he told the dude in the bank. He said, "I'm gonna put you in a coma, and right around the time that I get out of jail, you coming out, I'm gonna come down there and do it again." What?
Yo, Pesci.
Yo.
Yeah. Pesci was definitely so on that shit in Casino.
All of it. On that shit. With all of it.
It hurts my heart to watch him die in Casino. Yeah. And
they did him dirty.
Goodfellas.
They did him dirty in Casino.
They did. I mean, and his own boy they just beat the brakes off of him right back.
Yeah. Pissed on him.
And buried him alive.
Spit on him and buried
with his
him
brother.
Alive. Right next to him.
Yeah,
next to him.
Yeah, he got done dirty in that. Like you said, Casino, Home Alone. Shit, that's crazy.
Well, yeah, Home Alone, he got done the dirty.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to.
Yo,
Macaulay is gangster.
But real quick though, they was saying how like it was on YouTube. They was like how Macaulay Culkin was really like a psychopath because all the shit that he was doing to them. Like they had they broke that shit down. Like he is the real Saul because he had like all the shit he had. But it's just a little sidebar. It was crazy though. Anyway.
Casino is very close to a true story.
Yes, it is.
It's why When you go to Vegas now, you go to the new strip. Where we went to Freeport. That's the old Vegas.
That's where the bodies at.
That's where the bodies at. That's where the mob controlled. You can see where the Golden Nugget still is and all that. That's when they controlled all of that stuff. And that's why it's more family friendly. Yes. On the new strip.
No, you are right. Yes, that because I know it was Sam Ross thing, but it was like I forgot the real dude name. It's escaped me, but yeah, it was like loosely based on him, and you know how the mob came and took over Vegas. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was. I mean, it was like that's why they call it Sin City because it was built on like drug money. You know what I mean? It was. If you ever notice like Miami. Vegas, Chicago, a lot of places that people love to go. It was built on like money, like some like illegal activities. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Vegas.
Somebody got to pay for it, man. You know what I mean?
Got to
pay for it in blood.
Yeah, but it's a great place though. Great place to go.
Vegas?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, look, but again, it's not the Vegas that it was. When when
thank God
when they was getting busy.
Well, thank God.
You want to talk about you gonna make me pop out your eyeball. You want to talk about a movie where an eyeball get popped out was pretty fucked up. Is this movie called Savages?
Yo,
when they torturing old boy so bad, and his eyeball is hanging out, and they just Benicio del Toro is in that one too, and they just Salma Hayek was in that.
I watched that.
You never seen Savages?
Nah.
It's like these two dudes. They selling weed, but they like one is like ex-military and one is like a grower. So they come together and they start selling weed. Salma Hayek is like a leader of a cartel. This could have actually been in the top 5. Now
and you know the cartel don't play no games.
So Salma Hayek was like, "Yo, she sent her business partners to them saying, yo, I want my weed to come from you guys. I want y'all weed." So they make out a deal, they broker a deal, do all the stuff. They wanted to just give them the formula how to make it, and then they was just it was like a big payout. You know what I mean? Like they were getting bought out. Then Salma Hayek flips and it's just like, I don't want to buy them out. I want them to work for me.
Oh, they said Amir Khan dropped somebody in 15 seconds.
Oh, he was fighting a bum today. Okay. That's why he fighting a no name. Okay, he probably did. That doesn't surprise me.
Sorry, go ahead, Group.
But anyway. She basically reneges on the deal, won't let him out. So then, the guy, the two dudes are dating one girl, but they know that they're a throuple.
Yeah,
but they cool with it.
They know what it is.
Everybody know what it is. Like they all chill together. But the ex-military dude, he got a bunch of military friends that are in the business with him. So then they just launched an attack. They wound up kidnapping Salma Hayek, the leader of the cartel, her daughter. And, it's just this whole
watch this
Savages is
you gotta watch.
It's a dope movie, yo. It's a real dope movie.
So I'm not going. I'm gonna go. Wow, I gotta do work.
Yeah, that came out what like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
I never heard of that.
Maybe
Why I ain't hear that?
Let me see. Savages is not that long ago.
No.
2012.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, damn. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, man. I give you a list.
I check that out.
We got you.
Appreciate you, fellas. So that's our top 5. Again, this will be up on YouTube on the professional site. I will be sharing that. Who among us doesn't want to kidnap? I said, hell yeah.
Yo, listen, you ain't about to get me on tape saying that.
Listen.
You ain't about to get me on tape saying that.
I love somehow yet. Yes, I do. But anyway, Tom. So
that's all you.
So this will also be up on YouTube. And Chris is trending right now on Instagram for the comments. He said about Mexican fighters.
I didn't say anything about Mexican. I said about Canelo. I didn't say anything about Mexican fighters.
You said Tecate, Chris. It's too late.
No, I didn't. I never.
Be bolder.
it's all good.
I said Canelo a fraud. He is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. The meat in Mexico is tainted, which it is.
Chris, they on you, man.
That's why they ain't want to let you in, Chris. But anyway,
like Shaq say, Chris, get them off you, Chris.
Listen,
get them off you.
I just want to say thank you guys again. It was a fun day here. As you can see, Chris got the Don't Shoot the Messenger cup, pens, magnets. We got a lot coming. We got definitely a lot coming, man. Next week, I don't know what top 5 will be.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll be either.
Tom said we are talking about those steroid tacos.
There's nothing wrong. Like, if you want to take clenbuterol, like right now, there's nothing wrong with it. You just can't take it if you're gonna be a fighter. It's not wrong for you to eat it in your daily life. You just can't be a fighter. Stop it.
On that note, thanks again for tuning into another edition of the Best Presents Overtime. Overtime. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
I'm your boy, Christian. I'm looking. I'm like, who's coming at me? Nobody coming at me. Just my son coming.
And it's your boy, the Ruck Report. Cheers.
Peace.
Peace.
Like, stop. For real. Give me what you got.